But let me tell you, bro, if you ever mix beer, particularly Corona, with some rum, oh shit, nigga. Goddamn.
You've been experimenting. Your ass been experimenting like a motherfucker.
Got some coconut rum. God damn, boy, this shit is a killer. That shit is a creeper. Straight R. Kelly in this motherfucker.
Why do you always have to?
Because the word motherfucker is a noun. It describes a person, place, or thing.
It's the motherfucking pie. Crew members, what up, crew members? This is the motherfucking podcast. You already know your host, straight to my right, as usual, EJ, the motherfucking DJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, boss man? What's going on with you?
Oh, shit, man. I can't call it, man. And you already know what it is. I'm your other host, Mr. Headquarters, straight out the 504. EJ the DJ is from the 225, repping the 985 as usual. Hey, man, what's been going on in your world, EJ? What's been going on with you, bro? We got a lot of shit to talk about, but what's going on with you?
Man, look, the car business is just ain't what it just ain't the same. But I love it. I still love it. But you're gonna have certain people that just like. I've often said, as far as like when I try to promote myself, car business is basically promoting yourself and promoting your brand. You basically promoting you. You're not promoting the car. You're promoting yourself. It's all about who wants to buy from you and who wants to do business with you. I often say in a lot of my posts, I'm just here to help. I'm not like your regular salesman. I'm just an advocate. That's it. I'm just the middleman. I'm trying to help.
You're like Paul Hayden.
I know what they're going to do, and I know what they're not going to do. Well, I'm never Paul Hayden. I'm not like Paul Hayden. No, absolutely not. I'm nowhere near Paul Hayden. What I try to do is I try to get both sides to come to an agreement. That's it.
Okay.
Now, if I tell you this car might be the best option for you, chances are it is the best option.
Oh, no.
But if you go ahead and say, I want this one.
Right.
I want this one. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. It's too small. I need big bodies. I need big. Okay, well, if you're going to go big, well, guess what? You better pay that big price.
Oh, man. A lot of times they can't.
Unfortunately,
they can't handle that price.
They can't. And it showed about a couple of days ago, one of my customers just got repoed.
Oh, no. Shit. Yeah,
they came snatch that shit.
You can't got that bitch personally?
No.
Put that bitch.
No. The bank.
I'm taking your shit.
The bank took shit. Not me. The bank took the shit. Now you complain about saying you need another car. You just got your shit repoed?
So wait, you mean to tell me a motherfucker will finance a car with you, get their shit taken, and then come right back and be like, hey, yo, I need another car. Boy, that's some wild shit. Bold, too.
Bold as hell. But as you can see, people, it's not us. It's y'all. It's not us. It's just y'all. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I really don't. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I don't know. But it's not us. It's y'all.
I mean, we already know them APR prices right now. They busting people's head wide open to the white meat.
But at the same time, people still need vehicles to get where they need to go, and I get that.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
At least get you something that you can afford. Right? Yeah, you at least get you something that you know you can afford. That's all it is. I mean, yeah, this is nice. But what if that APR comes back and bites you on the ass and you don't like it? Okay, we have a substitute. Let's go ahead and get this one. You know, you still get around. It's small. I get it, but it's still third row capacity.
Yeah, that's true.
It's still got a third row. Come on now. You could probably afford this better than you could afford that.
So,
and Acadia is better price-wise than a Yukon.
You talking about the Chevy?
GMC Acadia.
Oh, you talking GMC. I mean, it's the same shit. I mean, damn near the same damn.
Bigger. The Tahoe's bigger now. They want that Tahoe. They want that Suburban. They want that Yukon XL.
Are they aware what the gas prices look like right now? You know what I'm saying? They talking about getting these big ass cars and shit. These are gas guzzling ass cars. Fuck all that.
What you want me to do?
I'm gonna stick with my my medium sized truck that's paid for, good on gas or decent on gas.
What's up?
I say I'm gonna stick with my medium sized truck that's decent on gas. Look, about $50 to fill it up right now. I mean, shit, that's already expensive enough per week.
Now, I will say this though. Once I get to where I need to be,
right.
First lady already said, "Oh, I like to travel." That's fine, but if we travel, I'm getting diesel.
Oh shit! Now, where y'all gonna go? What's the first place y'all gonna go? Where you traveling to?
I don't know. We may travel to Florida. We may travel to different states. I know we did Memphis one time. We road trip from Memphis to Memphis from Louisiana. So we did that one time. So if we ever decide to do that again, I'm taking the diesel.
Okay, that's a nice little trip. That's about 5 hours out to Memphis.
I'm taking it. I'm taking the diesel. Yep, I'm taking the diesel. One thing about diesel, they burn less. It's a bitch to fill up, but I ain't gonna fill that up once a month. I ain't gonna fill that shit up, but once a month.
And that diesel, well, it does burn slower, but I mean that shit
lasts. It's expensive, but you ain't gonna fill that up, but once a month. Rather us as regular common folk be filling our shit up every 2 motherfucking weeks.
Okay, I hear you.
And he knows I ain't lying either, because that's why he ain't saying shit.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm all for that. I just can't see myself dealing with a diesel car.
Nobody can.
A truck.
Nobody can.
Yeah, I just
nobody can. Diesel's a different life, but like I say, the benefits of it is you only gonna fill that up once a month. More than likely, depending on how you use it, you're only gonna fill it up once a month.
Okay. EJ the DJ dropping some sales facts on y'all motherfuckers.
I tried. I'm only here to help people.
Let people know if they want to get in contact with you. How can they reach you in the Gonzales area if they want to holler?
My professional name is EJ Beauty. Yes, that is my last name, motherfuckers out there. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm trying.
Oh no.
I'm trying.
Why are you so angry?
Trying to be professional. Trying to be professional. Hold on. I'm in my element and I'm trying to be professional. See EJ and EJ the motherfucking DJ is two. EJ and DJ the motherfucking DJ and EJ Beauty is two different entities. Now, if you want EJ Beauty, you can find him at Ross Down in Buick GMC of Gonzales, located off of 2522 South Burnside Avenue. I'm just here to help. I ain't hard to find. I'm black as hell. So yes, you will be able to find me. Yes, I'm just an advocate. You can just find me. But at the same time, EJ the motherfucking DJ is in my element. There's two different entities.
He like Paul Heyman. He gonna hook you up.
I am not Paul Heyman. Don't do that shit to me. I am not Paul Heyman. I am not. Yes, I may be an advocate, but I am not Paul Heyman.
If you don't know who Paul Heyman is, look him up. Google.
By any means. See, that's a slick. See, Paul Heyman is the definition of a slick ass salesman. I'm not one of those slick ass salesmen. Though. I don't know.
He gonna sell that motherfucker though, ain't he?
But I don't know shit. Whatever you don't know about this vehicle, I don't. Hey, we'll find out together. What's up? I don't know shit neither.
Right,
well, you know about the prices? Sir, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. Well, let's find out together. Let's put it together. How about that? We come to agreement. We come to agreement. I don't know shit.
Well, speaking of not knowing,
EJ the motherfucking DJ is in my element, so I cuss, ladies and gentlemen. I can't cuss.
Oh no,
about my profession. It's two different entities. That's why I got them separate. If you haven't noticed, I got my shit separate. Don't nobody know about my fucking Instagram account. Nobody.
You got EJ the DJ, and then you got EJ Mr. Beauty.
Yes.
Right.
Mr. Beauty. On Facebook, you can find me on Facebook.
Speaking of situations like we just talked about, as far as salesmen, tricky ass salesmen. Not talking about yourself, but tricky ass salesman. We got the brick lady. Now remember, if y'all tuned in last week, episode 49, we talked about this lady, the Somalian lady that got allegedly smacked in the face with a brick. We was bamboozled. We was hoodwinked. We was given the okie doke. This lady is out here with multiple GoFundMes claiming that somebody. Now, I should have known this shit was fake. Whenever it's on social media, you should always look at something with a side eye. 90% of this shit is bullshit. Like Denzel said in Training Day, I read this shit for entertainment. 90% of this shit is bullshit.
It's bull. But I read it because it entertains me.
Now you interrupted me, so now either you gonna entertain me or you gonna let me go back to reading this motherfucker. Now, but anyway, this lady out here capping to the highest degree. She's talking about somebody smacked her in the face with a brick. She put on the waterworks and everything, had all the black women out there just running, jumping to her defense. Oh, why these black men ain't protect her?
Well, you see why.
Look, man, we protect black women. First thing first, this narrative of black men not protecting black women,
no,
it's bullshit though. It's bullshit.
But I'm gonna stop you right there. For the women out there,
yeah,
you see why. Majority of us black men will not protect some of y'all black women.
No doubt. Some women don't need no motherfucking protection. Now look, we talked about it. Crying wolf. When your ass know your ass in the motherfucking wrong, you in straight wrong. Asking for somebody to protect you when you don't even need no protection. And on top of the fact, this lady has done this not once but multiple times before. Now, allegedly, she had some kind of allergic reaction to her face. That's why her face swole the fuck up like it did. I don't know if she got stung by a goddamn bee, too much nut in her system or something. I don't know. But I'm talking about peanuts, man. You know what? Never mind. Anyway, I don't know what the hell this lady had.
You said you just said nuts.
Well, I don't know what's going on with this lady.
We don't know what you're talking about. We don't know what you're talking about.
Clearly, this lady was
you didn't
not
even say peanuts. You just said nut.
Clearly, this lady was not hit with a brick. Well, what I'm getting at is, this lady is a big time.
You already know how our
liar.
audience is, sir. You already know how our audience is, bro. You gotta use your fucking words, dog.
This lady's a big time liar. Bro. This lady's a liar, and clearly she was out here just trying to make a quick come up. Now, on one aspect, I kind of respect the hustle a little bit. On the other side, is flaky as fuck. Like ain't no other way to put it. I mean, look, let's be honest. In the sales world, and I think you'll understand this, in the sales world, you know, there is some people that believe in this belief that there's a sucker born every second. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Some salesmen will tell you that. Now, in this case, this is exactly what that was. This lady ended up making well over $40,000 from people's empathy, thinking that she had got attacked, when in actuality, she was just out here faking this shit, telling people that she got smacked and attacked by a dude because she didn't want to give him her number.
Now, here's my thing. Here's my thing is this, and women out there, motherfucking women that listen to our podcast, Please understand, I am all for protecting our Black women.
Absolutely.
I'm all for uplifting Black people.
Right.
We are all for it. But there is still some things that we should not be doing.
Facts.
Ladies, there is some things that you should not be doing. And that shit right there was one of them. And you can post this shit as I say it. There is some shit that you should not be doing.
Right.
That's all we're saying. You making money off of people's empathy. Basically, she made money off of y'all asses too as well, because she played to y'all empathy. Mm-hmm. And this is why some women out there is giving most of y'all a bad name. Notice how I'm saying some women out there, because there's still some women out there that will do some shady shit like that. There
not
is.
All Black women, obviously.
Not all Black women. Not all of them. We're not saying all y'all, but some of y'all is making y'all look bad. Her right there is one of them.
Yeah, it's
That's all I
like
gotta say about it.
It's kind of like the Pookie and Ray Rays. They got the female versions, the Pookishas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It be out here doing bullshit. You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
This nigga say Pookisha. All right, moving along. I haven't said that in so long. Let's go ahead. Moving along. Moving along. Let's go. I ain't said that in so long, but you gave me a reason to.
I just want to make sure we gave people an update on that, because, you know, we put that out last week and she had us all out here looking like a fool. So I wanted to make sure we clarified that shit as people get a chance to hear about that story as more information comes out. But anyway, moving on to some more positive shit. Hip hop. We haven't gotten a chance. Like you said, we just came back recently, and now this is episode 50 for us. It has been 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
50 years of hip hop. Just like this is episode 50, we have 50 years of hip hop. So what better time to bring up our favorite artists? EJ, I'm gonna start with you. Name me some of your favorite artists in the past 50 years that you still listen to today.
I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, there were so many artists that I pretty much listened to. My cousin Clifford from University Park, shout out University Park, Chicago. Right. He got me hit on to some Bone Thugs and Harmony. So I've been a fan of them for a little while.
Oh, all right. I've
been a fan of those guys. Crazy, Lazy, Wish, Busy, all those guys. Yeah, all those guys. They defined the hip hop. Twister. Twister was one of my favorite artists to listen to as well.
Right.
Of course, I was from Houma, so of course we listened to the local groups: Hot Boys, Juvenile, No Limit, all those cats. Fiend, Mystical. Mia X was one of my favorite female rappers. I'm not lying. Shout out Mia X. That was my girl. That was my mama right there. She was one of my favorite female artists when they brought her on. That was a great period growing up with No Limit and Cash Money Records up in there. Jay-Z, of course, wholeheartedly listened to Jay-Z's albums as well too. Man, it's just so many of them.
No, that's what's up.
It's just a lot. It's
can't forget about Jeezy. I know how much you feel, how much you're a fan of Jeezy.
When Jeezy came out, that I will say this: Young Jeezy is the one rapper. Matter of fact, that will be the one man where I know that if First Lady ever got a chance to meet,
right,
I probably will be a divorced man at that point because
Oh no, don't say that.
She claimed it. She claimed it. That is the one man where she said if she shoot her shot or if he shoots a shot at her, might as well go ahead on and find myself a lawyer, write out some divorce papers, or something like that because I've lost her. I lost her. But I'll tell you this: that is the one man I'll be all right losing my wife to. I'll be all right too, man. I can't give it up because I've also got a disclaimer. I told her I also got a disclaimer too as well. I also got a disclaimer.
What's that?
Make a good fine ass ever gives me the time of day. Your ass gone. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, she on the well.
Make it good still fine. I don't give a fuck what people say. Make it good still fine as fuck. Yes.
What about Megan Thee Stallion? Would you risk it all for Megan? I think yes. You had to think about it too long.
I got. Now, if I got to think about it too long, it's really a chance of yes, no, maybe. It's on the fence of maybe.
So you know that pussy good. She crazy as shit. So you know that motherfucker.
Exactly. And I don't deal with no crazy. I don't deal with crazy. No. I don't need no stress in my life.
As long as you ain't wifing the crazy pussy, you know what I'm saying? It ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just you got to treat it for what it is. It's community. It's just your turn at the time. You enjoy it, and then you pass it on.
That's fine. Nah, but I'm speaking long term.
Right,
That's what I'm speaking. Long term.
Gotcha.
Long term is me good. It's making good. It's making good. I'm serious. Sweet Jesus.
Well, go back to what we was talking about.
Long term for her is actually Jeezy. Long term for her is actually Jeezy. But I'm okay with that. It's like, okay, cool. We good. I will take that L to heart. And Jeezy, one of my favorite rappers, hands down, so I can't complain about that. But Megan Thee Stallion.
Now, I hear you. I can't say I will be with you.
I know you won't.
With that.
I know you won't. I know you won't. I know.
I'm sorry if Jeezy
you shooting your shot
to me. If
you shooting your
shot his shot, I'm gonna have to break somebody's kneecaps. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't care how good that nigga rap. We're gonna be singing at that point. But
oh man.
But no, shout out to Jeezy, man.
So you gonna be like Keke Palmer's little man when she was getting serenaded by Usher. You gonna be like that now? See,
here's the thing.
You gonna be like that?
No,
come on, man. Oh,
here's the thing. You got to set the tone for your relationship. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
You got to set the tone.
Absolutely.
So clearly, and
there was no tone set.
No disrespect to the young brother, but clearly the tone was not set in their relationship.
Nope.
And it's hard to set the relationship tone when you ain't the breadwinner. So you definitely, if you're not making the most bread in your relationship, you better set that motherfucker ahead of time. You better get that shit understood before y'all get deep into this relationship, because clearly now I will say this. I don't know how.
I didn't say that, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect, all right?
I ain't say nobody that, perfect. That's boss man. That's boss man.
Yeah, put it. Hey, camera on me. That was me that said that.
I'm agreeing with you, Bob. I didn't say that. I'm just letting you know. I didn't say that.
Look,
but he do right. But he do have a point.
But I'm gonna say this:
you ain't making no bread, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, I'm gonna keep yapping regardless. I don't give a damn if she making more than me or not.
Hey.
I ain't got no problem being with a chick that make more than me. I ain't got no problem.
I'm speaking to the niggas. I'm speaking to the niggas right now. Niggas.
All right.
If your woman making more money than you, niggas, shut the fuck up.
Oh no!
Don't say shit.
Hey man, look, if your lady paying the mortgage,
what it is.
If your lady paying the mortgage and all that good stuff, man, you better be doing something else. You better be slaying that motherfucker down in the bedroom.
Hey, I'm telling you that.
You better be king ding-a-ling in that bitch.
Hey, you better shut the fuck up and you better be doing something. One of the two, you better be doing something, man.
You better have that verbal cardio or something. You better have a slick motherfucking tongue or something. Something. You better be. You gotta say something. You better be doing something, or you ain't doing nothing. You got to be better than her in something. I ain't saying y'all got to be competing, but you got to be damn sure bringing something to the table. You got to be better.
Just bring something to the table, man. Bring something to the table. Cook something, clean something at the house or something, man.
But going back,
please don't just be laying at the house like a damn bum or something. Bro.
Oh no,
you lost all hope.
We know a lot of bum ass niggas out there laying up on their ladies' legs, man. We know a lot of. Shout out to y'all. We know y'all out there. Shout out to all the bum niggas out there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, man. If you bum ass nigga, man, and you laying on the bed and you ain't doing nothing, and she get played for some other dude, shut the fuck up.
But hey, shout out to the ladies. I mean, hey, you allowed it, so don't get mad.
Please don't. Please don't. Sorry.
We digress.
We speak truth.
We digress. Look, back to the top 50. As far as my artists that I would throw out there, I can't mention when you talk about from a New Orleans aspect, gotta put Lil Wayne out there.
Yes, got to.
Juvenile is up.
I mentioned the Hot Boys. He was one of them. Yeah, any of the Hot Boys, original Hot Boys crew.
No doubt. If we talking about also Soulja Slim is in there, I mentioned that before last season.
I'll give you that.
If I'm gonna say, I'm gonna even mention this dude. He only had one great album, in my opinion. I'm gonna mention Chamillionaire. Chamillionaire had his first album that came out. I'm telling you, The Sound of Revenge. Go back, listen to The Sound of Revenge. His first album, his first mainstream album that he put out. He was a beast. And you talk about somebody. We already know how legendary that Lil Wayne was on the mixtape scene. Go back and listen to the mixtapes of Chamillionaire. Chamillionaire was a whole nother animal. I'm telling you, dog. People sleep on Chamillionaire.
That's my play. That's when you play my song right there. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'll play it for you. That's fine. I'll play it for you. No, to the no. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a short version because I don't agree. But look, I'm telling you, Chamillionaire is definitely up in there. I got Ludacris in there. Ludacris is definitely
I'll give you that one.
Underrated.
Yes,
people don't take him serious because of the
I didn't name too many artists. There's too many artists.
I'm gonna say
there's too many Eminem, artists. I didn't name a lot of them.
I'm gonna say Eminem, his first 3 albums. 3 or 4. His first 3-4 albums. Yeah. After that, I couldn't listen to Eminem after that, like consistently. He turned into a pop rapper. I can't get down with the pop rap.
Don't do Eminem like that.
I'm just being real. I'm just being real.
All go mainstream. They all go mainstream at the end of the day. Nah, it's gonna come eventually.
Eminem was the type of motherfucker to rib on other pop stars and then became a pop star.
That is true.
And my biggest issue with Eminem though is he never had a major beef battle with another MC at his level. You know what I'm saying? Like he never did. He had beef with
nobody wanted to try this motherfucker.
Fuck all that. That's what the whole thing about hip hop.
No.
Seriously, think about it.
I'm being dead serious with you. No, I'm being dead serious with you. When it comes, I'm gonna give you this. I'll give people this. When it comes to Eminem,
yep,
you gotta look at the background history of this motherfucker.
Okay,
like he was a battle rapper. Like that's what he was known for. Battle.
That's what I'm saying though. How are you a battle rapper, but you never battled the best?
You never battled the best. But the thing about it is nobody wanted to try this motherfucker.
Look,
like you think about
back
it.
And forth.
Every
went back
like
and
you
forth.
just said. You just said he was ripping every pop artist on his albums. But if you notice, none of those pop artists ever came back at him. None.
Who was
the only one that I know of that actually retorted back to him was Mariah Carey, and Mariah Carey put his ass on notice,
and she clapped his ass.
That was it.
How you get clapped up by an R&B singer? Look,
but it's Mariah Carey though, dog.
Let's be real.
It's Mariah Carey though, dog.
Eminem Mariah Carey. His biggest beef was probably Mariah Carey. It wasn't MGK.
And
It
why
wasn't
couldn't
Cannabis.
everybody? Why couldn't they all clap at him first? I mean, this was a white dude in y'all genre,
Bro,
in y'all
it
field,
writes
in
itself.
our field.
Look, it writes itself. There was nothing but material for motherfuckers to kill him on. But I think, and he had a mini beef with Joe Budden for a little bit too. But I mean, Joe Budden, in the rap game wise, he didn't have as much clout. Huh?
Joe Budden,
No,
come on, man. I
Budden
mean,
was nice,
Joe Budden. No. This is no
Budden was
respect to
nice,
Joe
though.
Budden. Joe Budden was nice, but I'm digging myself a grave right now. I already know, but I'm going to go ahead and dig it. Joe Budden, I love you, man. For the podcast world, bro, I love you for everything that you've done.
Right.
We look up to you.
Hip hop power father. Yep.
But when it came to the hip hop world, wasn't feeling you, dog. I'm sorry. I wasn't feeling
no.
I wasn't feeling you, dog.
I would say his mainstream music. I would say this. Joe Budden mainstream music wasn't it. His mixtapes, his underground music was definitely way better than what he put out as a mainstream artist. There's two different sides of Joe Budden. And that's the difference of longevity. You got to be able to appeal. Right. He wasn't able to appeal to the mainstream mass audience. He had a certain niche amount of people that liked his music, and that's what he was good at. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm gonna go into another, and I'm gonna get off Eminem after this. In my opinion, Eminem never had a major beef that solidified.
No, he didn't.
Him
I agree with
position.
you. I never didn't. He never did, but nobody wanted to try him.
Jay-Z had Nas. Biggie had Tupac. Hell, even Drake had big feuds. I mean, he had Meek
Ja Rule
Mills,
and 50 Cent.
Ja Rule, 50 Cent. Drake had Meek Mills. That was a big enough artist that at the time, because people forget Meek Mills was on top. I ain't say he was the top guy, but he was close to the top. You know what I'm saying? You had people taking shots at Drake all the time. You had DMX was taking shots at him when he was still alive. You had people like Kendrick was taking shots. J. Cole was taking like sneak disses. So I mean, like certain people was taking shots at Drake. And then now we all know he got bodied up by Pusha T. But
and see, that goes to my point. That goes to my point. Drake thought he could clap back at Pusha T. No, sir. No, sir. No. So you chose not to go at J. Cole. J. Cole is nice lyrically. Yes. You will get bodied by J. Cole.
J. Cole is, though, as an artist.
Kendrick Lamar, no. That is not an artist you go after. No. So he took his L's from some of those guys that clap back at him. Like you said, Kendrick Lamar clapped at him.
I wish
J. Cole clapped at him.
I wish Drake and J. Cole, Drake and I think Drake and J. Cole would be a better battle. But I think Kendrick will also be a good one too. Because of just saying who's the better artist. Because like Drake has been on top consistently.
I love me some Kendrick Lamar.
When Kendrick comes out, Kendrick is on top in that moment, and then he's gone. He disappears for a little while. That's the difference.
But he's still lyrically wise, he could flow.
I will say that, we talking about the past 50 years, you got to mention Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, when he had Section 80 was my first time I listened to him. That Section 80 is one of the most underrated classics out there, and I call that a classic. Good Kid, Mad City, classic. The Damn album, classic. In my opinion, I think Kendrick got at least three classic albums. In my opinion,
and he won a Nobel Prize.
No, I didn't even know that shit. I didn't even know that. And I will say Drake.
Either he was a nominee or he won it.
I would say Drake has had two.
He's had classic albums. He's had some classic albums.
So Far Gone, and I'm blanking on a second. Thank Me Now. There you go. Thank Me Now was two classic albums. I know some people always say, Drake ain't got no classic, but Drake has classics. His first two albums, in my opinion, was classics.
He got classic hits. I'll give you that.
Wayne got classics all over the board. He got Carter 1, 2, 3. In my opinion, I'll say at least Carter 1 and 2. I know I don't consider Carter 3 a classic, in my opinion. I know
Carter 3
people
is a
love the
classic.
Carter 3. I know people
Carter
love
3
the
is a
Carter 3.
classic. Carter 3 is a classic.
I don't know if I can call it a classic.
I don't care. I don't care what nobody says. You don't understand. We had a heated discussion about this same damn topic about what is the better album, Carter 1, Carter 2, or Carter 3. And I said Carter 3. You say, well, you're wrong. It's Carter 2. I get it. I love Carter 2 myself. I really did. Okay. I love Carter 2.
All right.
But I believe Carter 3, that was his masterpiece. That's me.
Okay.
That was his masterpiece.
I can understand.
So with me, in my order, it's Carter 3, Carter 2, then Carter 1.
Damn. No. What about Carter 4?
I could get. Well, no. I could get on Carter 4, Carter 5. I could get on Carter 4 and Carter 5 a little bit, but Carter 3, man, I'll listen.
Yeah.
When you talk about an album that you can listen to front and back, you can do the same thing on Carter 2. You're not skipping a damn song on Carter 3. I guarantee you that. You're not skipping near one song.
Here's my thing.
On Carter 3.
Here's my thing. And I remember seeing a video not too long ago online of Ice-T talking about this. Ice-T was talking about that albums now today don't have a certain sound as a collection anymore. It's more of like a collection of singles versus a collection of one album. And I'm paraphrasing from what he said, but I feel like now when you listen to an album nowadays with newer music, they are just basing these a bunch of singles and putting them out on one album and calling it an album. To me, that's not an album. The Carter 1, and we talked about setting tones, right? The Carter 1 from Lil Wayne, that from the beginning to the end, the intro track set the tone. It lets you know how this album gonna sound. It's gonna be gutter. It's gonna have a New Orleans sound. It's gonna have a lot of good ass beats on it. It's gonna be a lot of metaphor rapping Wayne at his best. And that's what Carter 1 was.
Go DJ.
Carter 2. Hey, Carter 2 was kind of like a continuation of that. Carter 3 was kind of like, but in my opinion, Carter 2 was like a better version of the Carter 1, the way he set the tone. Carter 3 kind of was like more of a collection of good songs. And the reason why people love the Carter 3,
well, he evolved.
He did evolve.
He evolved. I That's what it was.
Carter 3, Carter 4 was more like a bunch of songs that he just said, all right, I'm going to just put the best songs that I created, and I'm going to just put this on an album and call it the Carter, in my opinion.
The thing about it is, you see, and here's the thing that Lil Wayne shared too on one of his interviews. It got to a point where, I don't know if it was around the Carter 3 or the Carter 4, but it got to a point where he had written a whole bunch of songs already, and then it came down to a point where he just stopped. He stopped writing.
Well, he also had issues with the label. He had issues with Birdman.
Not just that. As an artist, like you can take Jay-Z for instance. Right. Jay-Z, he don't even write no more. Once he hears a beat, he just goes in and spits. It got to a point that for Jay-Z, that's when he started calling himself the greatest, because it's like, now I don't even have to write no more. I don't even have to get a pen and pencil to pad anymore and start writing. No, I can just hear the beat and I just go in and do it. Right. Boosie came to that. Lil Boosie came to that. Boosie Badass. He came to that down here in the 225 as well too. He came to that realization where he could just go in and just spit. Lil Wayne was the same aspect. I don't know if it was Carter 3 or Carter 2 or after Carter 2, but it came down to a point where he could just go in and just spit. He don't even have to write no more. And that's what I say. I think Carter 3 evolved him as an artist, because really and truthfully, it was him just spitting right off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was a collection of good songs that he had already written. Like, I don't even have to write no more. Like, I got tons of songs. Tupac was like that. Tupac got a gang of songs that we probably never even heard of before he passed. Possibly Biggie as well. Once you get to those type of points, man, it's like, do I really have to go in here and write some songs again? Like, I got a collection. I got hits. So I can just see what sounds good and just re-record it, put it on an album. More so, not now, the reason why rappers are most doing that is because of their attention span nowadays. The attention span is a lot less shorter than where we were growing up. Like, you knew we bought this album, like if we actually paid money, and I'm speaking in general, we actually paid money for this album, we listening to this motherfucker. We support this motherfucker. We listening to this motherfucker. And literally, I was one of those type of people where I had a Walkman.
Yep.
I'm plugging it in at night and going to bed and listening to that motherfucker. That's how my attention span was. Nowadays, it's not like that.
No.
Like, once they go to sleep, that's it. They turn that shit off and go to sleep. I don't even want to hear this motherfucker no more. My attention span is short. So back in the day, they used to have like 18 to 20 songs on an album back in our time. Now,
back in the late 90s, 2000s. Yeah, that's true.
Back in the late 90s, 2000s, 18 to 20. Nowadays, it's like 10 to 8. You can say it's not an album.
You have some artists that still do that. You have some artists still do that.
You can say it's not an album, but right now at this point, yeah, it is. It's an album.
Now,
because the attention span is short.
We can't mention 50 past years of hip hop without mentioning Kanye and Jay-Z, their contributions. I remember when I was coming up in high school, it was weird because like you had either people that was down here in New Orleans, you either was Cash Money fans or you was a Rough Rider fan. You know what I'm saying? That's how big the Rough Riders was.
I was
back
both
in the late 90s, 2000s.
I was both. I ain't gonna lie. DMX was my dog. I was both. I
didn't appreciate how good the Rough Riders was and Def Jam was until I got a little bit older because I was so that much enriched in the Cash Money.
You talking about Eve, the first lady of Rough Riders. Eve was flowing nice at that time. You got Eve. You had the Locks.
Yeah, don't even talk about the Locks. The Locks, Jadakiss alone.
Jadakiss
alone. And I feel like, hold up, and a lot of people bring up the Locks. They always talk about Jadakiss and Styles P first off the bat. I feel like Sheik don't get the props that he deserves based on everything that he puts out for the Locks. Very, very underrated in my opinion. So definitely when you mention the Locks, you got to mention all three of them. Outkast is another one when we talk about groups. But like I said, coming up, people was either Cash Money fans in New Orleans. You was either Cash Money fans, or Rough Rider fans.
They got. I want to say around that time, still when we was growing up, it got real bad where it was almost a damn near split. You was either Cash Money fans or you was still No Limit fans because No Limit was still going strong.
People forget now. No Limit was more stronger in like the mid 90s to late 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it was still going strong. It was still going strong.
By the time the 2000s came, No Limit was starting to, die off, and Cash Money was starting to take over. Now we can't forget. Now obviously we got to mention Master P. Soulja Slim was also a part of that. Mac.
Mac. Fiend.
You mentioned Mia X. Fiend. Fiend was another one.
Mystical. Mr. Kyle.
Can't fucking forget about Mystical. Hey, look, that was another one, dog. Mystical also had a situation where he was about to be one of the next top guys in the music industry, and then unfortunately he had some legal issues that kind of derailed that. He went the R. Kelly route of rap. Unfortunately, we love Mystical, but look, he definitely had a lot of potential. He was just about to blow. That Tarantula album, in my opinion, Tarantula album was a classic. That was a classic to me.
Yeah, it was. I'll say this though, like, to me, C Murder was underrated too as well.
Okay.
Because to me, he had his own group called True, which was consist of him and his brothers, which was him, Silk the Shocker, and C Murder. And Pete. Yeah, I mentioned Pete too as well. Him, Silk the Shocker, and Pete Murder. Of course, Silk the Shocker, we gotta mention him, but hey, we still love you, Silk, but
man, that man, he represent New Orleans, so I ain't got nothing else to say.
Sorry, Silk. You use another one. I wasn't feeling you, dog. I wasn't feeling you. You're still a businessman, though. You're still a good business. You're still a great businessman. That wasn't feeling it. Now, C Murder to me, he was the best rap. He was the best rapper out of all three of them.
Yep.
He was the best rapper.
You think
But
C
once
Murder
again,
was the
he
best
got
out of the three? Yeah, I don't think nobody's gonna argue that.
But I will say this: things took a turn when they actually brought in Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah, when
And
Snoop came
Snoop
down for
Dogg,
that
and
for a
Snoop
couple
Dogg
albums.
was down here for a while. Oh my God, that just kind of really put them back right there where they needed to be, like neck and neck with Cash Money. Cash Money was still going strong because they had the foundation. You had Juvenile, you had Wayne, you had the Big Timers, you had BG, you had Turk. You still had the foundation. You still had that core. So even if you added on other artists, you still had that core that was still going strong. Master P just had the core still going strong as well too. It was just a matter of getting everybody to gel together and make sure they get on the same page as him and keep up with them professionally. But once they brought in Snoop Dogg, I think that's when things changed for him and for the company as well too. So that's why I say with them, it was kind of still neck and neck. Cash Money was going strong for the 99 and 2000s, but if you ask anybody back in the day, they was bobbing to Master P. I don't give a damn how you feel about Master P. You was bobbing to him.
Yeah, that's true. I give you that.
Bobbing to him.
I will say this:
you was,
and everybody saw how good P was when it came to business because he was doing movies. We talked about this a couple seasons back when he was talking about he was just doing all kinds of things with his
hands down
ventures.
my favorite businessman. Hands down my favorite businessman.
Man had food products out there doing movie deals. He was doing everything.
When it came to business, when it came to business, hands down, I gotta give it to Master P. I gotta give it to him.
No doubt. But look, we are running out of time, bro. We got to close this show out. We had some more other topics to get to, but we're gonna catch that on the next episode. But I just want to make sure we definitely had to mention the past 50 years of hip hop. They did a big celebration out in New York City this past 50. This past summer.
50th episode, ladies and gentlemen, 50 years of hip hop.
Before we go, we can't we only kind of glanced over. We got to mention 50 Cent. We got to mention 50 Cent. We talked about 50 versus Ja, but we can't mention the 50th episode, 50 years of hip hop, and not mention 50 Cent. 50 Cent had arguably one of the greatest albums of all time, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Arguably, that was the best album that he had.
Had one of the hardest songs come out in Many Men, which I still listen to every now and then to this day. But yeah, man. Also,
you ain't not have to do Ja Rule like that, though, man. You ain't have to do Ja Rule like that.
I feel like this, and I love 50 Cent.
He didn't have to do Ja Rule like that, man. I like Ja Rule. I like Ja Rule too.
I got to be honest, dog. I only like one album from 50. I only like one album from 50, and I only like one G-Unit album, and that was the first one. I'm just being real. I didn't like the
I ain't gonna argue with you, but
I wasn't.
I'm just gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie though. I'm a fan of Ja Rule too as well. Ja Rule has some hits too as well that I kind of like. And Ja Rule, if you really talk to him, he was who he was. He said, "I'm a singing rapper. I don't care." That's who he was. The shit sounded good. The shit sounded good though.
Ja Rule had a classic album, the Love Is Pain album. People love to throw shit because he's an easy target, and a lot of people like to make fun of him because of 50 is a major troll. Oh, and shout out to Rick Ross too. I can't mention forget about Rick Ross. But going back, the Ja Rule 50 Cent debate, you could argue that Ja Rule might have had slightly better music over time. Ja Rule came out in the mid to late 90s. 50 Cent came out in the early 2000s. Now 50 did shut that nigga down. Now I ain't no denying that part.
But he didn't have to do that, man. Like
the G-Unit. See, the thing was G-Unit was just better than Murder Inc. Ja Rule just didn't have a good supporting active rappers behind him. You know what I'm saying? 50 had the cheat code, man. He had the Game, he had Lloyd Banks, he had Young Buck. Like them four by themselves
was just hits. Yeah.
hits,
I ain't gonna lie.
and then you had Eminem backing you. So like, it was just made for them to lose,
And you
man.
had not just Eminem. You had Eminem and Dr. Dre.
Busta Rhymes was on their side too. Remember? People
No,
forget about
you
that.
had Dr. Dre backing you too as well.
Shout out to Busta Rhymes too.
How can you go against that? You shout out to Busta Rhymes, but how can you go against Eminem and Dr. Dre? Like Dr. Dre had a real tree going. Like he founded Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem gave 50 Cent a chance. So it's like, damn, you got Dre and Eminem backing you. It's like,
yeah. But look,
damn,
man.
Damn, Irv Gotti. Why couldn't you just get the three murderers roll together? If you had a chance, bro, you could have had DMX, you could have had Ja Rule, and you could have had Jay-Z, bro.
And not to mention, recently Irv was on Drink Champs. And when he mentioned he almost had Nas on their roster too. So imagine
like
if they would have had
literally
Nas.
said the murderers roll consists of Ja Rule, DMX, and Jay-Z. But the problem was, I think it was because of the simple fact he wanted Ja Rule, his actual artist, to be at the front of him. I was like, nah, man, you can't do that. Not with DMX the way he is, and not with Jay-Z the way he is.
A lot of people thought that Ja Rule was just a knockoff of DMX, a wannabe DMX / Tupac. I mean, I'm just saying that was some of the knock that he had.
Yeah, he had, but it wasn't.
No, he had his own style, but
he had his own style.
That's what
DMX
had his own style. Oh yeah,
DMX had his own style.
DMX was
a different animal. DMX was in.
Imagine if Pac and DMX would have went at it and just like straight hip hop battle. You know what I'm saying? Like
we ain't got time for that. He's about to go.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go. But look, let me know if y'all want to hear more conversation like this. We might have a part 2 of this. Let us know what y'all think. Who is your favorite artist? Who are some of your favorite artists from the past 50 years of hip hop? Crew members. Let us know.
Episode 50-50.
Crew members. Let us know. Let us know who is your favorite hip hop artist from the past 50 years. That's gonna be a poll we're gonna put out there. Let us know who's some of your favorite hip hop artists and name a classic album that y'all really was into. Name a classic album to y'all. Let us know in the comment section. We're gonna put this out on YouTube, IG, and other places as well. But we almost out of time, so I gotta always end the show real quickly. Respect. You know how I am about respect. Respect is like a VIP pass of credibility. That type of love is always earned. Staying true to who you really are and recognizing your hustle and grind. It's the secret sauce and seasoning that no one else can duplicate. Show love and keep it real, only as you can keep it real to your motherfucking self. Always stay true to your motherfucking self. With that being said, straight out the 985, repping the 225. That's EJ the motherfucking DJ. Repping the 504. I'm Mr. Headquarters. You already know what it is. This is episode 50. You already know what it is. It's the motherfucking pod.